Alright, we got the little controller all rigged up to some extent. Got a couple sensors on here. We got our outside temp humidity. We've got another reference sensor for the outside. Let's see here. There's a sensor going into our reservoir. We've got another sensor going into the misting chamber to get the temperature of the root zone. So we've got 3 temperatures there. And we're getting our readings here live. You can see they're all comparable. Top ones are my DS18B20 sensors, which are the waterproof ones I looked at first. That bottom DHT11 reading is the little blue sensor. It gives us both relative humidity and temperature. It's a little less accurate than the DS18B20s, but you can see they're reading essentially the same thing, 27.8, 28. Interesting thing is the reservoir is really a bit hotter than the outside. Not sure why that is. And then you get the misting chamber just slightly under. The accuracy of these sensors is not 100% perfect. But you can see the precision is quite good. So when you're in that close of a range, it's hard to know the truth. One sensor might be reading slightly higher or lower than the others, which could be adjusted with maybe an offset because they're all linear sensors. But you can see these guys, we've had them running for a week now, today exactly. They all started out quite small. I'm pretty happy with the status of them right now. They're growing decently. I'm not ecstatic with the growth rate. As you can see, my reservoir temperature is a bit high. My nutrients input was a bit sloppy. I wasn't sure how many liters was held by my reservoir, so I kind of had to guess the amount of nutrients I was adding. Turns out I added too much nutrients, so it was a little rich, which you could see. I started getting a little bit of burn on some of these guys, and they were getting real green, and some were getting a little bit droopy. I watered down the reservoir yesterday, and instantaneously you're seeing some new growth. There's one, that guy's new. There's a little, that one down in the center, he's new. That's a new one. Center again, new. So it looked like they were running a little rich. Another center, new. So that's a plus. Still don't have ideal lighting. No way to control the temperature at this point. We're just dealing with the elements. But as a proof of concept, it's working pretty wickedly. You can see some of these root zones here. They're starting to branch out. That one's not phenomenal. But some of these are really starting to just look like spiders. Especially in the beginning. This guy, I remember he's doing pretty well. Yeah, look at that. Oh, nice blurry picture for you. But yeah, you can see, like I said, almost like a spider. And if you can really get in there, which you can't with my camera, you can start seeing little even hairs on these, just maximizing that surface area of the root zone and increasing the uptake of nutrients exponentially as these nodes develop. So there's going to be some nodal development in the beginning, and then I'm expecting these guys just to kind of skyrocket out of here. Take you over to the other side. Can't walk over there because it's all wet, but you can see I got a couple sample tomato plants in here, and this is interesting. It looks just like a cutting. Look at that. You start getting roots on what was the stem when I pulled it out, And then this guy, he's been in here also for a week. And the root development is really phenomenal. I'm really happy with this root development, and I see these variables that can be adjusted, and I'm just expecting the world out of this. Once I can dial it and lock it in, there is no limit. Okay, that's an update for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.